Commissioner, we're going to have you jump right into it, sir.
All right, you got it.
And your toe tag is to the left.
To the left. Yep, got it. All right, perfect. All right. Up. Down. Come over here. Down. All right. Good afternoon. I want to welcome everybody here today to Ryan Playground. Thrilled to see everybody. Thrilled to see that the rain is holding off for a few minutes. Sorry we're late. We big time wanted to shoot some one-on-one with the governor, but we're good now. So let's jump right in. I'm Jim Montgomery, the Commissioner of the Department of Conservation and Recreation. Appreciate everybody being here today, and I'd like to introduce the Governor of the Commonwealth, Governor Charlie Baker.
Thank you. As usual, that was a sterling introduction there, Commissioner. Let me just start by saying, first of all, that when we started the Summer Nights program back in the spring of 2015, it basically came about from a series of conversations we had with folks like Big Time and others. We were campaigning. We said, there just isn't enough stuff for kids to do after hours on the weekends, and we need to put together some programming to see if we can solve that problem. And we talked about working in that first year with some of the local organizations that were involved in recreational activities and cultural activities for kids and families, and it was a very small program. I think it was 4 programs. Remember, we only had 5 or 6 months, and it snowed for 28 days in a row before that. But I think we put together 4 programs. They were all in Boston, and we scraped together a couple $100,000 for it. I mean, this program has grown dramatically over the course of the past 5 or 6 years because it works. And this year, I think we're talking about 55 programs in about 25 communities around the Commonwealth, and over $1.5 million in state money supporting local organizations and kids and families. And a lot of local communities are actually putting some of their money in alongside ours because they see the benefit of making these programs available. And I see many of our community partners here today who this wouldn't happen without. I want to say thank you to all of you, because we don't get to do this. We can make the resources available, but if you don't put the programming together and figure out a way to engage the kids and the families, it doesn't happen. So to all of you, I just want to say thank you for being with us and being part of this program, and I hope we're able to continue to expand it as we go forward. We go from 4 programs to 55 programs. There's no reason why we can't go to 75 programs and continue to grow this as we go forward. And to the kids, I just want to say, I can't imagine, honestly, I just can't imagine what a terrible, awful, rotten, crummy year so many of you have had with the pandemic and all that has come with it. I hope these programs and other opportunities that are made available over the course of the summer give you a chance to get back some of the joy and some of the fun that comes with being young, and I really do hope we manage to continue to build on this track record of success and continue to expand this program going forward. And I do want to give a special high five to the folks at DCR for all they do to make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Governor Karyn Polito.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. I got to lower these. I got 2 tall ones right there. I just want to say thank you to everyone. It's great to be here this afternoon. It's great to see these kids. That's the first time I've ever seen this T-shirt, so it's awesome.
You can't really put it on them, right?
It would look a little strange on the governor wearing it, but it looks really great on you. And this is a phenomenal program, and that's why we want to be here, to spotlight it and highlight it and say hello to you and encourage more of our partners to get involved in our communities to participate in bringing this back home to their city or town. As a mother of 2 teenagers, I worry a great deal about their safety and well-being. And if they're bored, I'm really worried, because there are other things that can come into play with the use of their time and their choices. So this solves a lot of problems for parents, for our community leaders, and for our kids, because it's safe and healthy, and more so, it's fun and engaging. So you're doing the things that you love to do, even more so, and you're discovering things that maybe you just haven't had a chance to try out, or you might say, hey, my friend's doing that, I'll give it a try, and discover something new that you may like in your future. And all of that is possible because you have these great people who care about you and want to make this a fun adventure for you. After all, it is summer. And when you're in school and you're working hard and doing the things that you have to do during the school year, you don't have the time to kind of explore and enjoy your friends and do the things you really, really love that keep you focused. So thank you for being so creative, giving it your best, figuring out how to get the kids here. I know Boston Harbor Now, free ferry service, and trying to get more of the kids involved in your program. And while we're here in Boston, there's programs like this that in Springfield and Worcester and my hometown area, I think we've got a group that's going to perform maybe at some point soon. So I'm really happy to have some hometown heroes here with us today. And again, just working really hard with all of our partners and with DCR to see more summer nights become really enjoyable for our kids. It's all about you. Congratulations and thank you, and be safe and have fun.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. I'd like to introduce the Undersecretary of the Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Beth Card.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Governor, Lieutenant Governor. It's a pleasure to be here for this wonderful event. It's so great to have the opportunity to celebrate the opportunity to improve access to recreational activities all across the Commonwealth. And as Lieutenant Governor noted, I too am a mom of a young kid, and I know the summertime can be a difficult period of time to keep young kids engaged, both physically and mentally, and find them fun and educational things to do. And this organization and this program has been such a success. 7 summers ago, the Baker-Polito administration created the Summer Nights program to ensure that young people across Massachusetts have opportunities to enjoy state parks and other facilities throughout the dog days of summer. And because of the governor and lieutenant governor's commitment to this program, it has really blossomed. And it has also really blossomed because of the commitments of all of the partners that we're here to celebrate today. Since that original season, we are now investing 7 times the amount that we invested in 2015 and are partnering with 54 more organizations than we originally started with. It's really a huge success. So with all of you and all of our partners, we're able to offer programming that should find something for everybody, whether it be basketball or flag football or dance or yoga or martial arts or arts and crafts, cooking, STEM activities or other online programming and entrepreneurial training. These are life skills that all of the participants will take with them going forward. In the Boston area in particular, where we know that activities like sports and physical fitness training, empowerment groups, and music production are all happening here, and we're so thrilled to be able to support it. These activities will allow today's kids to build memories, to stimulate their minds, and spend valuable time outdoors, and to build academic, athletic, social, and leadership skills. A teenager or a young person may find an interest that drives them to goals that ultimately change their lives or change what they decide to pursue in the future, and also just to have a little fun along the way. And so we're just so thrilled to be a part of this life-changing event. So with that, just want to say thank you to all of the partners for your hard work and commitment. Without you, the Summer Nights program would not be the success that it is. And so thank you all very much for being here, and congratulations on this program.
Thank you, Undersecretary. I'd like to introduce Sean Brown, the Executive Director of BAM, Becoming a Man.
Just going to wait for my team to join me. because this is not about me. This is about them. This is about us, the partners. So thank you, Commissioner. As a partnering organization of DCR Summer Nights program, I was afforded the opportunity last week to attend the kickoff in Springfield. And something that stuck out to me was the remarks given by the Boys and Girls Family Center executive director. And what he did was he paid homage to all the partners. And I want to replicate that here today because I'm a firm believer that no one organization does this work alone. I am also a believer that it truly takes a village to support our young people and their families. So I'm going to ask all the DCR Summer Night partners who are representatives for the organizations to come up and join us on the podium. So that's everyone. If you're a partner, I'm going to ask you to come up. If you're a partner, come up. So. Don't be shy. I'm gonna flip the script. So everybody's on this side. So Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito, on behalf of all the Boston DCR Summer Night partners, and if there's any of our DCR family from Randolph, Brockton, Lawrence, Methuen, Lynn, Lowell, and New Bedford are present, we say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to create safe and fun spaces for our young people, especially during a critical time of the day, evenings, when our young people are disconnected from our services and programs for a plethora of reasons, but also because of budget and funding restraints. I can't stress how important the DCR Summer Night programs is this summer. This summer is really important because young people have been out of school for so long, especially for our black and brown young people who didn't enroll in in-person learning. We can expect that there will be SEL deficits as a result. We can't expect that young people will go back to school in the fall and are going to be okay. That's right. So summer nights programs are extremely important for that matter. When it comes to our youth, I'm a big believer in idle time is the devil's playground. I believe that our young people are wired to be connected to something, and if we don't connect them to something positive, there's a lot of negativity or negative things for them to get connected to. This is why programs like DCR Summer Nights are crucial in the Commonwealth, and in my humble opinion, should be funded year-round, because it allows organizations to serve our youth longer hours that extend into the evening. So hats off to you, Governor, and your administration for getting it and understanding the importance and impact that these types of opportunities have on our community, from a violence prevention strategy, social-emotional learning, and mental health standpoint. I think that calls for a round of applause, snaps, affirmations, or whatever you like to do. Governor Baker, I personally want to thank you for giving us the platform to make a difference collectively. There's a real potential here for us to break down the silos of working in our own bubbles and do something major in terms of collaboration with this opportunity. Over the next couple of years, if we continue to support each other and support our young people, amazing things can happen. As I mentioned earlier, no one organization can do this work alone. No one organization is serving our young people 24 hours a day, so it is incumbent upon us to work together to support our young people and families. A holistic approach must be taken if we're truly to think about the well-being of our young people. Youth Guidance is Becoming a Man program is a school-based counseling program that increases graduation rates for black and brown boys in Boston and across the country. We've had 2 randomized controlled trials that's conducted by Chicago Crime Lab that speaks to BAM reducing violence by 50%, increasing graduation rates by 20%, and decreasing overall crime arrests by 35% for young men in the program. The study also showed for every dollar invested in BAM, there's a $30 return just by keeping our young men out the system. That number is said to be higher if we started to look at the college going rates. BAM Boston is currently serving upwards of 600 young men in 11 schools across 3 school districts, Boston, Somerville, and Cambridge. Our goal is to expand across the Commonwealth and into the gateway cities in the near future. So looking forward to working with you, Gov. I'll be the first to say that becoming a man isn't the end-all be-all, and that's why I asked everybody to come up here today. I will say that we do something and we do it well. We believe in staying in our lane.
Things that are not our strength, we believe in collaboration and working with other like-minded organizations who do great work and have our young people's best interests at heart. Organizations like organizations like PEM, Youth in Crisis, Teen Empowerment, Score for More, Devoted Dynasty Entertainment, the Urban League, and others. There's many partners, the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester that I've leaned on, throughout my tenure here in Boston and doing this work. So again, when I say no one organization does this alone, it truly takes a collective effort. This is what I'm talking about. In light of COVID, we've been able to build some solid partnerships that have allowed us not only to support our BAM scholars, but to support our young people across the city of Boston. The support that we've received over the past few summers from DCR Summer Nights has allowed us to bring our private sector partners to the table to provide financial literacy and other workforce development opportunities to our BAM scholars. It's allowed us to partner with other nonprofit organizations and entrepreneurs in the city. Through our partnership, BAM scholars have been able to start their own businesses through the partnership with the NAACP and Street Ivy Entrepreneurship Program 2 summers ago. Through partnerships like the aforementioned, BAM scholars and young people across the city are able to see themselves have bright and successful futures. All made possible through DCR Summer Nights partnership, and for that, I am grateful. In closing, I want to send a special shout out to Julie and Hillary for the support you've provided the team throughout this partnership, not only BAM, but all the partners. I want to send a huge shout out to Tony Rich Jr. for your commitment and dedication to making I want to send a huge shout out to Tony Rich Jr. for your commitment and dedication to making sure the city neighborhoods get the resource it needs and deserve in order to make them safe for our young kings and queens. Affirmations, King. You absolutely have a pulse on which organizations are doing the work out here, and there's evidence as I look at the 22 Boston organizations represented this summer. To all the partners up here, I leave you with something that I've learned from my mentor, and that is, if you can't do a whole lot, then do a whole little. And before you know it, we move mountains and have made a major impact in the lives of young people. My charge to you all is, let's continue to do a whole little, and before you know it, our impact will be felt across the Commonwealth. Thank you. Commissioner, we got to make way for the commissioner to get through here.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.